So we begin the 30th session of the Wayside Boys campaign.
We could.
As we return to the party, having just defeated a Githyanki contingent in the entryway into the Orichalcum Vault, or the plain on the other side of the Orichalcum. Having rescued Compound Interest and assisted Dusty Stones in their entrance to the plane. You defeated a good number of Yankee, and while Compound Interest has laid claim to the mid-tier Githyanki Gish that I was fighting, you've laid claim to the commander, who had significantly higher quality gear on him. And the remaining mundane equipment has fallen to Dusty Stones to collect as their participation trophy. But when we left the conversation, Dusty Stones were suggesting that perhaps a beachhead is built in this space, manned by some contingent from Yanjing, so that entrance into the plane is not a blind endeavor. And while he suggested perhaps getting the governor to appoint some members, some select elite from the city guard, the Ivory Horn, in this space, you understandably reacted with hesitation to that suggestion, given your experience with some of the corrupt members of that
Nice.
organization. So at this point, you have a couple of things to address: the distribution of loot, and the organization of some sort of a discussion about how to proceed with further endeavors into the this plane, by not just yourselves but by other adventuring parties sponsored by the organizations of Yanjing. So is there anywhere specifically that you want to pick up?
Do you guys want to pick up like in the fucking antechamber that we're in?
Okay, yeah, are we in like the vault?
You're in the ruined cathedral.
Okay. I think that we should get out of the plane
Yeah.
and maybe go back to like the even further than the vault, but like fully exit the plane and then talk about things out there.
I think that's a good idea.
Some discussion is made. Flick, you spoke with Siegfried.
Yes.
Is there anything you want to finish up with him before you leave?
No, I think, it's just kind of telling him to lay low. There's some other folks coming in and going out now, so like they might not treat him the same way we have. So just hang out here, and when we can, come back and help him out, we will.
So you've stripped all the Githyanki of any valuable equipment. So they're both mainly just kind of in their the clothes they wear under their armor.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just going to leave the corpses here? I mean, historically, you've taken them into Siegfried's room and chucked them into the astral city. Is that something that you want to do in this instance, or you just want to leave a pile of corpses waiting, or?
Are Githyanki like a known entity to the city? It's like maybe we should just take a corpse back.
Yeah. I think that makes sense because then people can study them. They can be made aware that this is the kind of foe that you may be facing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a good idea. And then the
Okay.
rest, whatever's left, there's no reason to just have like rotting corpses in the antechamber, so we can just chuck them into the sea.
Okay. So let's say in the plane of Kalen, we dispose of all the bodies but one.
Is there a specific body that you are planning on taking as a test or a study subject?
I think
I
the
think
Is there
the
any
commander.
like
I would say the most intact.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Um, I don't know. I mean, they all took fucking stab wounds and were bludgeoned and stuff.
There was the commander had some arcane,
yeah, I was gonna
right? Like maybe we take one of them too, since they were kind of using spells a little bit different than what we've seen. Like maybe there's something to glean from.
Didn't we explode the commander's head like a watermelon?
I don't think
No,
that's the one we exploded.
No,
Okay, different one. Was that the monk maybe?
I think it was
If
just
the
a
commander's
regular
intact,
jabroni.
Yeah, I think it was
Orthodox
just
did like Gallagher watermelon smash somebody's head. It wasn't the commander.
okay, then yeah, let's just take him. I think that's
coming
fine.
out there.
Yeah. I asked for help from the Dusty Stones to dispose of the bodies in the void room.
Okay.
Now be careful, because you might vomit if you get too close to the edge in the void room.
But the void room is already gonna be like 25 fucking corpses out there already.
So Siegfried is in the void room.
So well, people have already seen him, correct?
No.
No one's seen him. Oh, then I say, yeah, we just leave him. The janitor will get him. Hopefully, but like, I don't want to reveal Siegfried to anyone.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I do not want to open the door to the other void hallway because then that indicates that I have a key that people don't have.
Yeah. That's fair.
So,
Can we-
in the interest of retaining information, I say let's drag a body and get the fuck out of here.
Can't we just bluff and say be like, Flick, go make sure the portal's open or something
Um,
and tell Secret to hide?
okay, in that circumstance, I will say, Dusty suggests that you burn the bodies. It's like standard practice. You don't want undead or whatever. And then he looks around. He's like, Is there any ventilation in this place? Does air get in and out?" Like he's not okay with just leaving a pile of corpses.
Help.
With
If everyone wants to go ahead and make their way with the other corpse, me and Orthog can do everything else with the dead here. We have methods,
Okay.
and I can make like a diplomacy there or something if you want me to. Dan.
Yeah, good call.
sure, go ahead. Orthog, do you want to attempt to assist?
I sure do.
I'm currently at a 32.
All right.
I rolled a natural 18.
Well, I
Terrible.
rolled a 3.
What
Gee,
did you
I
get?
said I rolled a 3.
Okay.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. So, yeah, you explain how you and Orthog will take care of this, and Dusty looks at Orthog and kind of nods and looks at you and cocks his eyebrow, and then you like just sum it up with "We have methods," and he's like, "Okay," and they collect all of their silver armor, which is for their group. There's enough of the silver Yankee armor and weapons that they have a bit of a struggle carrying all of that back into the vault.
Yeah. Hell of a participation trophy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sujifa helps Battleton carry the commander's corpse.
Cool.
And the other two members of compound interest, Carrie and Kang. they're fallen.
I'm a dog.
You know, you're
I'm a cliche.
Okay.
and Dan.
And
I just want to I'm a dog.
I'm a dog. I just sit there and then I go, fuck you, and jump into the astral sea.
I will say for Orthog and Flick, as you know, well, primarily as Orthog falls each body into the into that room and chucks them into the astral sea, you do not see any other corpses floating out there.
That's good.
Just
It's a good plan. It's a good plan.
Astral drift.
Yeah. Yeah.
I start humping legs.
I go up to the commander and I piss on them. I think that's something he did do one time. He did piss on somebody.
Okay. So the rest of you proceed into the Orichalcum Vault, where the Vault Keeper is waiting, curious about how everything turned out on the other side. He is concerned but curious as he sees Sujifa and Battleton carrying in the Yankee body. And then he is visibly remorseful when he sees the half-elven rogue member of Compound Interest's body being carried in.
Bring my body back.
Where are you taking the body?
I think this could be something that's up for discussion because
Well, I mean, on a meta level, we have a doctor.
yeah,
So we could have the doctor, Reverend Victor T. Flacco, take the body somewhere, either to his pediatric clinic.
I feel like he'd go like yes, I don't take possession of the remains.
Yeah, he would be very stoked to have a body, maybe the warehouse.
Dress it up a little bit.
Unless Swifthammer wants it under lock and key.
I think the bigger thing is that Sujifa and Dusty both want the body someplace where experts that are not specifically and only affiliated with the Wayside Boys can examine it.
Well, then I think you just hand it over to Swifthammer. He and the governor can figure it out.
All right. So Swifthammer asks that you take it to the courtyard of his estate, and then he will, get in touch with the governor and decide on a neutral place of study, a laboratory or a clinic or something else that can be commandeered for the purpose.
Does he understand the argument or is he disturbed?
He's taken a lot of this in stride. You get the impression more that he's most affected by the fact that someone has died. Like this, and that this is the thing that he's been trying to avoid. He didn't want members of Yanjing adventuring parties going to the other side of the mountain vault to die.
Yeah. Well,
and now it's happened.
It has happened.
So very quickly.
Almost like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So body handled. We also have this loot. I don't think that's been spoken for on our side for our party. I think it could also be to circle back to the silversmith. Gather more information. But I guess actually no, I'm getting to myself. We talked about a beachhead. How do we all feel about that?
About what? Sorry.
Last session, one of the members of the other party, after we like defeated them, was like, "Wow, we should really have a beachhead here. So when we go into this room, we're not just constantly surprised and ambushed and murdered." And proposed the town guard. Our party kind of was like, we don't know about that because we've come across corrupt guard. So it seems like an opportunity for whoever's behind that to infiltrate Kalen's plane.
And that's fair, but we were also kind of some things were clarified via the hand of God. That like the degree of corruption we have witnessed likely only represents like 0.01% of the
Still more than zero is what I said last.
Yeah,
And I stand by it.
Sorry to go back to the whole thing. I just wanted to think about this for a second. Aaron knows that this is Kalen's plane. It is a useless bit of information that Battleton has no knowledge of. So,
Well, no, we know that.
I thought someone told us.
Yeah, the janitor mentioned it. We like,
did you?
yeah,
I
one
thought we found out
interacted.
about
I
it.
think it was the janitor who like, yeah,
No,
he
the
told us that
janitor banished. What's his
The
name?
lady who owns the summoning circle.
we gathered.
Right.
Yeah, we gathered enough information that with like knowledge religion checks, we're like, oh, this is Kalen's.
Okay.
And the lady that we can visit via the like summoning areas that we found, she totally just like flat out was like, "This is the deal."
All right.
Yeah, that was her.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Continue. You're talking about silver beachhead.
Yeah. Well, the sort of thing, sidebar, I think it'd be good just to check in with that blacksmith and be like, what have you learned about this good Yankee silver? Because we're doing an autopsy. We're kind of basically just like Will Smith in Independence Day at this point. Just trying to figure out their weapons in their body. But as yeah, how do we feel at the beachhead? I am opposed, but I am open to other perspectives.
I think that there's no reason I am no longer a Kushi. I am no longer pissing on anybody.
I'm a Kushi, but now I'm not a Kushi, but I'm going to be a Kushi in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm in 3 different places at once.
Yeah. Narjal is like, what use is this plane to Yanjing? Like, we just fucking bored the motherfucker up. Like, the secret's out of the bag. Okay. There's a little bit of riches in here. Like, people are dying. So, what are we doing in here?
Money.
It's greed.
Yeah, I say that too. Money. What are you talking about? Little bit
Yeah.
of riches. People have died. One guy died.
Little bit of witches.
Little bit of witches. Yeah, I dropped back into a speech impediment from my childhood, my frustration. A little bit of witches. Immense wealth. And sure, fucking that guy died. But like I died here. But like, well, fucking there's money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like just making the argument of like, what are we really doing here? Like, when it was a thought experiment, and we were like, oh, maybe we can guide people. Narjal was intrigued by it, and I know that it's obviously the plot hook for the campaign, but just to like, my character's just like, what did we all get together for? Like, what's the goal here? Like, why can't this just be cemented up like the Nutty Buddy cave?
Narjal, you see like a little puff of smoke, Flick's puffing on a pipe. I don't really know where he got it from, but for a dramatic effect here.
It's an R-copper pipe.
It's just cool, come out of there, right? But it's
Facts.
just like something, we can't board this up and leave it now. We can't unfuck this goat. They know we're here. They know we come through this. They're going to send more. If we're not in there, they're coming out here.
Can they get through? Have we established that, like, if we close this door and never
Well-
open it, can they get through?
Did we just bring one through with us? That I could kind
I
of
think,
tell.
I think Trevor means like, can they open the door?
Can they
Oh.
open? Seems to be pretty one way because we have to wait for Zumo to let us out.
Mhm.
So what is the case against just sealing this fucker up? Like this to me seems like a failed experiment.
We all carry incredible magic items and have immense wealth. This is not a failed experiment. This is an incredibly lucrative endeavor we're doing here.
We made an oath.
I'll also say,
Sure, that too.
Yeah. Click, from your experience, someone on the other side of the vault managed to send you back to this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, haven't that? So,
That was a bench.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I made the
Which,
janitor mad.
well, that's
Well,
you know,
janitor.
not necessarily going to work in the case of like getting Get Yankee here. The reality of extraplanar transport that goes from that plane to this plane does exist.
Yeah, for sure. And like to us, so it's like I can't cast banish, so it was like, yeah, he brought you back.
Yeah, I mean, Swifthammer's in the room. I feel like Swifthammer was probably not going to be pro sealing the vault, which is the only like primary.
Swifthammer is actually extremely pro sealing the vault.
Really?
However,
Based on him?
he knows it's not a viable scenario. Like there's an amount of the industry of Yanjing being dependent on the procurement of orichalcum, and there not being enough in the mines to manage that demand. And cat's out of the bag, and there are other organizations with their adventuring parties, some of whom have not even had a chance to enter the vault.
Right? Like, are we gonna halt operations? Because like the lottery is still, or the results of the lottery are still active. That's a good point. Like, is there someone who's gonna be like, hey, it's our turn now?
Zumo's worst fear has come true.
Yeah.
That an adventurer has crossed over and has not come back, at least not alive. But this is not he can't unfuck this goat.
Does he say that? Because Flick said that.
It's saying, dude, it's
he,
well known.
he puts a point on it and he says, yes, we cannot unfuck this goat. We
Well,
have
right,
we, and by that, unfortunately, the responsibility will fall more on you to come up with a viable method of reducing the amount of damage that is done to Yanjing in this endeavor. I would love to help, but I'm a smith.
Smith.
You are the ones who have the tactical knowledge and the survivability that has led you to success on the other side of the vault. Your experience and your knowledge is going to shape this endeavor. And unfortunately, when he puts his hand on your shoulder, dwarf to dwarf,
Yeah.
he says,
Dordo.
Dwarf to dwarf.
Yeah.
he says, you and I hold the same appreciation for life, but we can't stand in the way of this.
I nod and I say, you said something just now that made me think, and that is you're just a smith. Well, I don't think that you're just a smith. I think you're exactly who we need, because they're talking about making a bulkhead into this plane. Well, I say if we're going to keep occupying this plane, we don't just need a bulkhead, we need infrastructure. We need to establish safe zones throughout the plane.
Yes.
And we need to put fixed ropes on the Kumbu icefall, so that the people that pay us money to go on
I'm gonna start
guided
taking away
expeditions.
action dice.
No. The people who pay us to guide their expeditions will be more safe. We need safe houses along the way. We need scouting platforms,
That's
and we need infrastructure in the plane. We need to build there to keep people safe. So you, the smith,
occupation.
the builder of things, we need to colonize.
Smith, not engineer or carpenter.
We will build walls
Are
from
there.
wrist plates.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, the Githyanki, real nasty
I got an
people.
idea.
What you got, Jake?
The Githyanki, real nasty people. We're gonna put up a big, beautiful wall, a wall
Yeah.
made of orichalcum.
Yeah.
I said,
We're
yep.
going
Very
Operation
nasty.
Yankee Freedom. Roll. Let's
doesn't-
roll.
The fucking Narjal does not realize the banality of the evil that he just stated.
No, I'm immediately like, yes.
I'm just like, we need to keep people safe, and you're like,
How do we do that? Well, we just establish a beachhead.
Colonialism.
Yeah.
We establish
Um,
a frontier.
I would accept, this is a proposal to the group, I will accept a contingent of guards. But to your point about safety, I think that the best of the best should be with them. I would propose Shuri having direct oversight.
He's the monk dude who can jump really high and was
Yeah.
helping.
Also
He's
the
a fucking
leader of Red
thief.
Rattal,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
those
right.
somewhat conflict of interest.
Yeah, it couldn't be him then.
Well, no, we could propose a stipend with Red Rattal that says, hey, your guys' role in this is the protection of the infrastructure we build.
Thought just came to me. If there's a conflict of interest concern, what if part of the lottery system is you go in and there is a party that holds base camp?
Oh yeah.
And so and then that's party A.
Yeah.
Party B comes in, they hold base camp, party A goes out.
Yeah.
And there's some level of profit sharing, maybe like when party A is on expedition, 10% of the value of what they find is back to party B. Because party B is holding the base camp for
How do
I don't
we?
think there's any sharing. I just think that you're holding the base camp means that you
Sure.
will go next.
Sure. Okay.
And then if they are holding the base, is there any? There's no way of like communicating if they're getting slaughtered or not, right? So it's just like you're there.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. It's like, yeah, so
But
like,
also there's a question of like the original intent was like the lottery is everyone goes in in 12-hour increments.
So we just maintain the interval.
Right. But then like the last party to go in went in basically 2.5 days after the first party. And then they just stay there for like 3 weeks while the other parties wander around doing whatever they want.
no, you have to change the system.
Yeah, I think we have a stricter interval, but it's longer.
Yeah.
So okay, once you leave Camp A, you've got 2 days. And Camp A, the folks that are holding Camp A, they get ready for their thing. And if you're not back in 2 days, too bad, because the next party comes, occupies Camp A, and then that party that was occupying Camp A goes out. And if they see folks coming down from the death zone, then they're just like, okay, cool. Well, yeah, good luck getting back. Like we just maintain like a 2-day interval. Once you only need to watch the base camp for 2 days. And then regardless of who's come back or not, it's your turn to go and come back in 2 days.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 adventuring parties on top of us. That's 6.
I'll probably add in something to the effect of if you find, let's say, group 4, right, doesn't come back, or like you find a group dead or something, then you have to halt until order can be reestablished, right? Like you have to get them out, do something, reestablish how this is going to work, because that only works if they make it back, right? Like you always have to have somebody coming back and relieving eventually.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, similar to the IMAX party, despite their desire to reach the summit, had to allocate their resources to the rescue effort in 1996.
That didn't help.
Exactly.
That was fun that you were able to do that for yourself.
I'm just trying to draw the ire here.
I love the Amherst references. I'm just thinking of the logistics of this. Okay, so like if party 1 goes in, and then they hold base camp, and then they go out. Right. Then you have two behind staying at base camp. What party one dude, they're out there, they're fucking killing it. They found the land of Labubus and they all have a bunch of money.
Yeah.
They're just fucking slaughtering dumb things.
Yeah.
Taking money. Then I said, fine, we're gonna stay out here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. So then party two is like, okay, well, their time's up, to your point. Party two goes out, and like, okay, we're gonna go out now, we're gonna start adventuring. Party three is holding. And they keep making money, whatever. So like to Jake's point, there is a potential risk of like, okay, well, everyone's left.
But then there's no one to hold base camp, and that
I think
affects everyone negative.
Yeah, I think that is the penalty of that. My concern is like Joe Schmo, the guard from level 6. It's like, are you gonna hang out here? Oh, whoopsie, Githyanki showed up, you're all fucking dead. And they didn't really sign up for interdimensional colonization.
They kind of did.
When they said I want to be a guard for level 6?
Well, no, I'm saying it's the adventuring parties.
Yeah, that's my point. The adventure parties did sign up for this.
Yeah.
So like it's that point of like maintaining beachheads.
So if there's no more adventuring parties, there's no more beachhead. And I'm saying we handle that with contracts.
Yeah, and we could set up a further one at the Githyanki camp.
Yeah, camp A, camp B, all that stuff, and then it can be staged. But at a certain point, like if you go against the system, you're fucked because then you don't have a way back, right? Because if all the camps get ravaged, that doesn't help anybody because then you can't get back with all the loot you made.
How do we make money off of this? I think it's a good idea, but how do we make money? Just from the idea itself.
Narjal just starts shaking his head and kind of turns his back.
We go to the patent office.
Money.
Are there patents in this world?
What?
Are there patents in our world?
Yeah, in this world, are there patents in the city of Yanjing?
Yanjing is an ancient Chinese corollary.
So fuck yeah, there's patents.
Yeah. Is there intellectual property?
Hello guys. I'm Aaron. I'm going to teach you a fun lesson today. Have we learned about silk?
Yeah, it comes out of spider butts.
Correct. Was that intellectual property? Yes.
Yeah.
Famously so.
Yeah.
But we like to talk about tea next. Yeah. So there is intellectual property corollary in like an
Secrets in the form of secrets.
Yeah, but like, same as our time, like you could just fucking copy it. You just gotta find the information.
Yeah.
We've almost got this figured out here.
Did y'all watch Marco Polo? It was kind of shitty, but it
I
was on
watched like
Netflix.
3 episodes,
It was good for a little while when he hides silkworms in his staff.
Here we go. You're only allotted, I don't know, I'd have to do the math, X amount of time out. You'd have to come back to reestablish a circle. Days after that, you're charged a penalty for breaking the circle. So there's financial incentives to get back and meet your, whatever we contractually agree on there.
But what happens when we've all reached that time allotted radius of distance? Like, oh yeah, no one can go further than this. We've made all the money we can make in this area.
Then we'll have to reevaluate it. It's not a permanent solution.
Yeah, we haven't mapped the area, and part of this is like an impetus to map the area. So like if we only get through one round of everybody getting their time, then we've learned and need to come back and re-norm.
I think a map is a good idea to share with the other groups for a nominal fee.
Well, you said nominal fee. I mean, in my mind, like the map is something that's going to have to be collaborative because we might decide to go right, and the group after decide to go left.
And they could come back and say, "Hey, we went down that hallway. You never went down, and we know what's down there.
Yeah,
give us 10 gold, and we'll add it to the map."
You guys are inventing microtransactions.
But, I'm fine with it.
You want to unlock this new dungeon? Just 10 gold.
Yeah, I mean, I think whatever party is on deck is in the beachhead to go, and they're holding it. And then the next party goes out, they come back.
Okay, before you go any further down you're going to have to convince the other parties and their sponsors that this is going to be the plan.
No problem.
Totally, because I mean, look at what just happened.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be the most difficult thing. I understand that it's going to be like, there's going to be some arguments and stuff, but like, look at what just happened. This is day one. So if we want to not have this happen again, we've devised a pretty good way to figure that out. What do y'all think? I think it's fine to bring it to the forum, but I think this is a pretty good call.
I think you make the case the compound interest got a bad draw.
Yeah.
Dusty Stones got a bad draw by extension on their go. Party 3, what's the next one that's gonna go?
That was us.
Oh, we're compound. Okay, so it's
Yeah,
compound.
we're 3.
Dusty. All right, then who's 4?
Constellation.
Constellation Beverage Brand?
Constellation is the one that's like full of like diviners and shit, right?
Yeah, it's the nerds from the college.
They're not gonna make it.
All right, and then who's 5?
The Iron Horn.
And then
Guard contingent.
is there 6?
Yeah, Red Rattel.
Red Rattel. Okay.
They drew the short straw.
Okay.
Now, another way that we could do this is, and I'm not advocating for this because I think the out and back again is a really safe way to do it, but we could leapfrog. And the goal is you go 2 days ahead with like some sort of way to track steps, and you each, and the responsibility falls to the person behind to handle the camp that the most recent party established. And then once we get back in the rotation, do you know what I mean? Like instead of having just one base camp.
I do, but I think it's planning too far ahead.
Yeah.
Let's. Okay, so let's.
We're gonna fight so many monsters this session. It's gonna be awesome.
To avoid anything getting protracted. Let's say that you guys brainstorm this, discuss it with Swifthammer, decide that there will be a forum between all of the groups and their sponsors about how to proceed forward. You present this idea. Everyone else has different ideas. Pretty much. Compound interest has no interest in playing base camp guard. They just don't want to do it. They're there to explore and acquire wealth and exploit whatever resources they can. Holding a base camp has no interest in it.
We'll just go back in there then. Yeah, go back in there now.
Let me finish. Dusty Stones is actually fine with this plan. Constellation does not like this plan. They are not a defensive group. They are a elusive group. They intended to use stealth, invisibility, and other ways of obscuring their presence to explore, not maintaining a beachhead.
That's fair.
Iron Horn suggests that they take over the entirety of the beachhead project for a percentage of everyone's. They are guards. They are happy with taking on this role, so long as they get basically like. I think they start at 25%, but people shot them down to about 10 before the conversation kind of comes to a close with that. And then Red Rattel also just completely dismisses the idea. They do not want to play guards. They are there for the exploration, the glory, bringing honor to the governor's name, riches to, his palace. They will not accomplish that by becoming, guards. And then there's just the whole question of, okay, well, what if you go out and you get stuck and you're not dead, but you can't make it back for 2 weeks? Given what has been said already, like, what if you get out there and you lose the transport stone that allows you to come back? And you're doing great, and you're doing all kinds of stuff, and you just have to find that stone to get back, but you can't.
Do they know about the stone in any way? None of them should know about that.
Yeah, I think we were guarding that. We were able to get the commanders.
None of them know anything about that.
Do they not know about
Well-
the specific one that leads us to the lady?
No, they don't know about
They don't know
the
about-
keys that open certain doors. There are some where there's just doors, but
Yeah.
there's special doors. They have no idea how to get through those.
Right.
So I mean, this also.
Well, I mean, okay, so nix the whole, transportation thing. Just
Sure.
assuming like they go out, they are doing their thing, they fall into
They're stuck.
an underground dungeon, and it's going to take them like a month to work their way out of the dungeon. They can't come back, and are they in trouble for that now? It was outside their
Right.
control.
Right.
So like this, aside from the Iron Horn, everyone else says, "I am not a guard."
Do they say they're not interested in guarding the beachhead, but they're open to Ironhorn permanently holding it, or someone holding it and giving a permanent cut of their rate?
Right. So with that, I would say pretty much everybody except for compound interest is fine with that.
Well, okay, but then you can't implement it.
To some extent. They do get shouted down with the whole like, from asking for 25% of everyone's to like.
But you
there's a tenuous like agreement that maybe 10% is viable and compound interest. Well, Sujifa.
Yeah.
So you don't earn it, you don't get it.
Yeah, so then we can't implement it because then compound interest is benefiting from something they're not paying into.
Well,
So I think we just continue and people die. And
I
that's fine.
think that's kind of the unspoken third option.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there can be, a certain point of like, if there's a consensus, then you can force a group into making some acquiescing to certain demands. But you are in a position where your suggestion of the rotating is
Right.
like Dusty
But
Stones
there's not a
and
consensus.
Iron Horn are willing to do that.
Right.
The other four groups absolutely are not.
Right.
You
But
have somewhat of a consensus where 5 of the groups
You
are
can't have
opposed to
somewhat of
Iron
a
Horn.
consensus. You can just have a consensus, or you can't have a consensus. So
You have a plurality.
yeah.
And if there's a
that's correct.
majority vote and it becomes a law, then by the bylaws
There's
of
no laws. I mean,
Yeah.
common interest can say cool and then just not do anything. So I think it's the third option.
Well,
Just
and
let them
they
fucking roll.
They can also say we're not going to do that, and then they can be removed from the rotation or the lottery.
Is that who would do that?
The governor.
I say we
Just
just
like-
let it ride. I say we just go right back to how we were doing it. Whoever dies,
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, I mean, Warthog's he wants everyone to change their ways and whatnot, but if they're not gonna listen to reason and how we want to like be safe about this, then if he dies, he dies.
Red Ratel also suggests, what if there is a beachhead established by, a contingent of mercenaries, perhaps elite trusted members of the Ivory Horn, and then there is also a representative from each of the different groups, not members of the groups, but a representative chosen by each of the groups to partake in that beachhead and sort of manage so there's an investment by each of the groups so that like every group does have like a stake in this in this defense.
I say no. I'm not down with that.
Yeah, I think because like there's this key pivotal moment that, and maybe Narjal doesn't say this, but just as players, there's a key moment to the session in which we were asked to go in, and that was, oh yeah, the door's gonna open for the next group to come in. Come on in, Dusty Bones, and then they were like, oh shit, it's popping off, and the Vault Keeper said, holy shit, you guys need to help. What if the response to that is no? And we just keep like we already had a system. It just kind of hit the fan, but it's not going to happen every time. There's going to be like a party of Gith Yankee coming in. So if we just resume what we were doing before, sometimes you got to walk through corpses to go through the first door.
And Red Ratel also says, in this situation, it would be up to the sponsors of the groups to, maintain the basically the compensation for that bulwark effort. but you all have some stake in the game, so that you also have buy-in to its protection and its success.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, all of these so far are just suggestions. No one is saying this is the way it has to be.
And I will say, if like we each decide to have a representative that represents our party be part of the bulkhead, we're essentially just creating an NPC.
You're not just gonna assign Lo Yang to this one too.
I think that Lo Yang should do it.
He's got a lot on his plate.
But it's just like making the assumption that, like, oh yeah, each one of these band of mercenaries has some dude hanging around that is still on the payroll but isn't with them right now. So like, who's gonna represent? Does every party have some like off the books dude that is willing to represent them, or will we just be inventing NPCs to fill that purpose?
I mean, it sounds like the players have kind of reached a consensus of like, okay, like let's just let it ride and see how it goes.
I don't like that. Just let it ride, and if they die, they die. If they die, they die.
I mean, the big concern is someone opens the door and 100 gets Yankee pour through the door and sit. That's like the concern is not like, oh,
I mean,
geez, what if we go in there?
I think there is also at least the majority of the rest of the groups are like, no, we don't just not do anything. We have to do something.
Yeah, okay. Constellation, I think you're up. I think that's
Yeah, it's figured out. Because I think, yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to just like, we knew it was going to be bloody, but as soon as we saw blood, we were like, oh shit, we all need to band together and help, which we were totally willing to do, but also that kind of goes against the system that we figured out in the first meeting.
yeah. I think just let it ride.
I do want to be as diplomatic as possible to try to say this, but I just kind of want, like, Flick is trying to highlight while we have this, forum. We tried. The boys and I tried to articulate to the best of our ability. You'd never know what you're going to get when you open that door. And I think this just really comes as no surprise to those that are experienced with this.
Yeah.
So at a certain point, maybe everyone should start giving the boys a little louder voice on how we should handle things. And again, I'm like not trying to be, a dick to anyone here, but just like try to highlight, like, we tried, man. Like, we really tried to set this up before, and it kind of fell on deaf ears.
Yeah, and it's also like we're obviously the only ones who can handle going in there. And by the way, it's our turn. So y'all figure it out. We gotta go.
Does us going in to save them count as our turn?
No. Well, like, they're
I love this.
you are well, actually, technically Dusty Stones is the next up.
We went in 12 hours early, right? We were just
Yeah.
kind of watching.
You were a rescue mission, and it was not your turn. That said, the there is the majority want something there. They're not gonna, if you guys say, well, you're not buying in, well, then that's fine. It's gonna happen without you.
That's what they're saying to us.
Yeah.
So, all right. I mean, straight up, it sounds like you really want us to put guards here. I don't like that idea, but it seems like you want us to do that. Because now you're saying all the other groups want us to put something there, but not the thing you came up with, but maybe this thing that we all have come up with.
I mean, I'm trying to maintain a sense of verisimilitude. There are different actors here, all with their own motivations. I'm trying to play those against each other. Part of it is in my head. Part of them is playing against you. And yeah, like, several of these organizations are bureaucratic.
Mm-hmm.
And there are several of the parties who don't want to wander into, cross a threshold into an unknown. So having an established safe zone is appealing to them.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, there's some back and forth there where it's like we don't necessarily want to put this entirely in the hands of the city because that would, if they're guards, then they favor the Iron Horn, which is also another guard, which is a guard mercenary group that is part of one of the parties. So like there's the thought of like, well, we can hire additional mercenaries and make it a mixed contingent so that there isn't some specific loyalty that can be exploited. And then part of that, discussion against the specific loyalties is, well, if each of you choose a representative to be like, some sort of an organizational member of that beachhead, then you all have a stake in it. Nothing happens without your knowledge. No one can be, favored over anyone else. But and I'll say, the Iron Horn, just by nature of them being guards, likes this idea. The Constellation, by nature of them being wimpy, likes this idea. And Red Rattel, by nature of, their bureaucratic backers, they like this idea. Compound Interest just doesn't want to have to give a chunk of their money.
So they equally dislike this idea to the same degree they dislike the other idea.
Yeah.
So we might just have to force their hand regardless, right?
Dusty Stones is kind of like the most neutral. They're like, we need something here because we don't want to walk into another firefight that, we're not prepared to succeed in. And then there's also the fact that Red Rattel and the Iron Horn are both adamantly sure that they would have been fine.
See, that's why I think we should at least go through one rotation of the lottery.
No, I agree.
I was just thinking that, like, yeah, is there a group of folks that's like, so y'all saw some bullshit, and now you've called another meeting to talk about the things you saw, but we still haven't seen yet.
And then you're telling me I got to pay more money to go do this,
right? So I would be interested, right, to see if that argument wins out, and we go through one round of, okay, let's all go in there on the order that we figured we would. And then come back together. Okay, now that we've all been in there, what do we think?
Yep.
I'll also say that Sujifas chimes in and said if she was better prepared, she knew it was she was walking into, it would have never happened the way it did. And that you probably all are like, yeah, you're just freaking arrogant.
Right.
But
we also gave them the least amount of information.
Yeah, for sure.
So
man.
Yeah.
So like, and I understand what you're saying. I don't want this to seem like I'm imposing some sort of concept on you.
Mm-hmm.
I am just trying to play the other participants in this and to my best estimation of like their motivations, their backgrounds, their concepts. They all don't like, oh, we'll just wander in to a foreign space without any sort of preparation, safe zone or
yeah. No, that's a helpful explanation. I understand that. So it sounds like it is an equivalently agreed upon idea as the idea of just the Iron Horn holding it and taking a 10% cut. Because it sounds like Confidential is like, we don't want to pay mercs.
Yeah.
Confidential is saying like, well, we don't want to pay Iron.
And I think it should be the Iron Horn because if we're talking about an elite contingent from the guard.
I mean, to your point though, I do think we before implementing any rules, like because like fucking Iron Horn, the hotel, they might be fine. So I think we roll through this cycle and we agree at the end of the cycle, let's come together and talk this out more.
Because I'm sure there's got to be some people in that meeting that are like, wait, why are we meeting again so soon? We already figured this out. So like they got to be wondering if like the people that have been in there are trying to game the system.
They didn't even touch a door. They went in and just started dying.
There's a lot of doors.
No. It came to light that Compound Interest did make it further in.
They opened the door.
Oh, they just got that. Right, which we wouldn't have, but whatever. Sajifa's a little bit.
That's fine. Yeah.
I don't expect to like sway any minds, but I do think like the whole like fortification of a beachhead and everything. One last thing that I think Flick wanted to say to everyone, right, is that are we are adventurers? Are we not?
Yes.
Part of adventure is not knowing where your next step takes you. Are you adventurers or are you colonizers?
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Compound Interest. Yes.
I don't.
This is a medieval society. They do not see colonization as a negative.
So I think I just
They
like
see that as
further.
conquering, and that's a positive.
So yeah, I think I like furred the flames there for them, but was not my intention. But I like it. I'll roll with it.
I will also say that with your suggestion of let's just continue in the rotation until we've gone all the way through, Dusty Stones is not comfortable with that, and they're the next person's in. And Constellation, hearing what they've heard so far, strongly advocates for some action being taken before, like at least, there's an amount of trust in you, both from Dusty Stones, probably from Constellation, because they do have, they do look into the future somewhat, and they're like, no, you guys are capable, and we trust you. We trust your capability.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily trust you. We trust your capability. Iron Horn is like, no, we'll be fine. You guys are just a bunch of, yokel adventuring assholes. We are a seasoned, unit. We can handle this perfectly fine. Red Rattel also feels like they can manage. But there are groups who are like, no, this is stupid. We should go in, maybe all of us together, establish that beachhead, establish that safe zone, fortify, populate, and then all of us can enter this space with some amount of security.
Yeah.
But yeah. And compound interest also is like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Then there's also a little bit of the argument. No, I'm good. That burrito was too much. Yep. There's also the argument of like, so it sounds like y'all need a beachhead. Well, we don't, because we're more powerful than you. But also, be like, to me, the first thing that I think is, so Dusty Bones, Dusty Bones is like, well, we don't want to go in there now. So it's like, okay, cool. So don't go in there. And then I am down to say like, we as the Wayside Boys also revoke our ability to go in there to just like continue on down the line. Because like in my mind is like, as soon as there was consequences, everyone backed off.
No, not everyone. Compound interest, Sujifa says, we are going to recruit to replace what we've lost, and we will go in there under any circumstance.
Hell yeah.
Iron Horn is also willing to go in there under whatever circumstances are necessary, and so is Red Patel.
So I think
Constellation and Dusty Stones both think that it would make more sense for there to be a beachhead, and that that Red Rattel and Compound Interest and Ivory Horn all think that that's a good idea. But in the circumstance that one is not completed, only 2 of the 4 groups are saying we don't want to do it under that circumstances.
Okay.
5 of the 6 groups say we think the beachhead is a good idea and we want to do that.
Totally. I mean, I'm still. I have a hard time backing off.
4 of the 6.
Because
4 of the 6 groups. We're one of the 6.
Right.
We don't say that beach is good. Yeah.
Right.
Someone
Said
said
5 of the 6.
4 of the 6.
No, everyone else is on board with the beachhead.
Right.
So that's 4 of the 6.
Compound Interest didn't want to pay Iron Horn. But the
And
other
they didn't want to pay the mercenaries.
Well, the other suggestion was that it be paid for by the sponsors, not by the groups.
Okay, that's a distinction. But I think at this point, the dudes who haven't gone in yet should go in. And if Constellation's like, we're too scared now, okay, cool. Send the other ones in.
Yep.
I do.
Then, like, I'm all for a beachhead. I think that's the way to go, and we can figure out how that goes. But I'm trying to play a little bit of the other, NPCs too. It's just like there's 2 groups that still want to go in there that haven't gotten the chance to yet, and we already decided upon this lottery system, so let's do it.
Huh?
And I'm willing to give up. I would say we should be willing to give up our spot in line so that they can go in there and see what it is for themselves, and then better
I mean,
establish.
we have to because we need a rest.
Yeah.
Well, from the what do you call it? Given the conversation and your strong assertion, the governor does say the lottery was set up in with an intent.
Governor's here?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
The
all
sponsors and all of
Red
the
Patel is the the
Wow.
governor's group.
it is a forum for the discussion that like this shit is important.
Mm.
The governor says we will continue with the lottery. We will put a 24-hour hold on the progress of recent events. Dusty Stones, 24 hours from now, will have their opportunity to enter, should they so choose. If they forfeit, then 12 hours later, Wayside Boys, you have your opportunity. 12 hours later, Constellation has theirs. 12 hours later, Iron Horn, it's all, and finally 12 hours after that, Red Rio. And then upon the majority of groups returning, another forum will be held and a discussion about how to proceed from there will take place.
Hugely in favor of that. I think that makes the most sense because then you don't have any member of the contingent that doesn't have all the information that they need in order to help move forward.
That being the case, Dusty Stones does say that they will forfeit their time slot and wait for their next turn in the rotation. And in hopes that further information can be obtained and shared, and they can make a more comprehensive plan of attacking upon entering. Constellation does not give up their spot. They say that they will go in after the Wayside Boys.
That's gonna be a fucking bloodbath.
And as expected, Ironhorn and Red Rattel both say that they are intending to take their position as well.
Well, I'm glad we got that.
I want to talk about what I really think we need to hash out, which is the fact that we need to kill Siegfried. We need to fucking just cut that dude's throat, kick him into the void.
No, that's my bud.
Well, yeah, but if his friends ever come back,
He has no friends.
well,
He doesn't
no,
have his own mind.
no, exactly.
I am his friend.
Yeah, anyways, we gotta kill that fucker.
How can stand for Siegfried?
Yeah, because one of those other parties are gonna find him. Like, what's your deal? He's like, oh, come with me to Magic Dragonland. And then the next thing you know, we have a fucking what is it, Dragon of the Astral Sea?
He's not necessarily trustworthy. He's just not smart enough right now to be a threat.
Yeah,
Siegfried is your pitbull.
is my pitfall.
Yeah,
He's a perfectly lovable, sweet, adorable friend to the family until he's not.
but his daddy was a fighter, and his grandpappy was a fighter, and his great
I thought
grandpappy
that
was
was
a
a class
fighter.
fucker. See, now I'm Will Smith and I roll up. I'll
Yeah.
trust that fucker.
Yeah,
I would die. I would die for Seeker 7.
That's a cool thing. You might have to.
That's pretty intense.
I just
Battleton?
realized in Wayside Boys, the motion picture Battleton is played by Will Smith.
Yeah, he's gonna be Will Smith.
that makes
And
sense.
he's gonna be acted terribly.
Flick is played by Jack Black, I think. It makes sense.
Yeah,
I feel like Marshall's played by Peter DeVito.
DeVito. Oh, yeah.
No.
Peter
Or
fucking-
maybe Joe Pesci.
No. It's gotta be Gerard Butler for the accent.
Ooh, yeah, he does
They
have
just like
nice
CGI.
or Stephen Graham.
Right.
He's a character actor. You'd recognize him if you Googled him. He has a super intense Liverpool accent,
Mm.
and he's kind of stocky and mean looking. And he was in Gangs of New York.
So his name's Spencer Graham.
Stephen Graham.
Steven Graham.
He won
Orthogs
a
Batista.
for adolescence.
I don't watch that.
Sorry, Glenn. Glenn, who did you say Orthog was?
Batista.
Batista.
I still like Danny.
Yeah, Danny DeVito's pretty good.
Voice
Danny
actor.
DeVito. It's a good one.
Mm.
When it's just us, I guess we know we're going next. I say we take as much fucking food. I say we just hole up in there as long as possible, so we don't have to deal with like bureaucracy.
No,
We just wait them out, my boys. We just wait them out in there.
we agree the beach head's a great idea. We're gonna do it way over here.
Well, your time slot is 36 hours.
We gotta get some
And I will
food.
say that, so the timeline is you were there for Dusty Stones to go in. You immediately were brought in to rescue Dusty Stones and Compound Interest. You came out. There was a discussion, a deliberation. There was an emergency forum held. All of the sponsors and groups were called together the following day.
Yeah.
So this would be
Oh, okay.
so 24 hours have passed since it was Dusty Stone's turn. And now from here forward, your slot is 36 hours from now.
Okay. I like the idea of just taking a bunch of food, like putting a bunch of food in a handy haversack, and being like, okay, cool. So no one knows there's a dragon yet, so we're gonna go get the dragon.
we're fucking die.
We're gonna level up to 20.
Yeah.
And we're gonna find
I do like the idea of being like, where'd you guys go? I'm just like, well, we got all the loot.
Yeah.
I think Flick is saying that because he thinks that that's the way that didn't keep Siegfried alive the longest.
Yeah.
Oh, so he goes go to sleep.
Oop. Yeah, that's crazy how he fell in the sliding motion on that knife on his neck.
Well, he's out there now.
Yeah.
No autopsies possible.
Ooh, was there anything gleaned from in that time period of the Gith Yankee soldier that we brought through?
Yeah, I want to see my silversmith.
Okay. Before you guys do that, Luke.
Oh yeah, loot.
Oh yeah, the dispersion of loot. So we have a belt of +2 Constitution, a headband of 1 Intelligence, 1 silver breastplate, and an additional crystal key. In the 24 hours that have passed without the loot being mentioned, I have donned all of these.
Okay.
And I am just casually walking around with a headband of +2 con and a headband of 1 Intelligence.
Well, the headband is 2 intelligence,
Oh,
and
it's
Vader has taken that.
Oh,
That's it. That left the vault on his head.
That's spoken for. Okay, cool. So we have a belt of +2 Constitution. Orthog can't take it because he's poor.
Well, that's got to be bottled on then.
I'm rich in health.
For you, you're getting kind of beefy.
Me?
Yeah.
I am beefy.
Yeah, but you like to hang back with the fun crowd, Narjal. I don't know if you need the con, right?
Yeah, I'm fine without it. I'm pretty beefy when I turn into Poochie.
Yeah, Battleton, you died.
Yeah. Yeah, that would help because I'm taking that -1 fortitude down permanently. So that would offset that on my fortitude saves.
Why?
I'll take that. What?
Because he died.
Oh yeah, you died.
You weren't here that session, yeah. I got my heart ripped out by
A cold-hearted she-devil.
yeah. Fucking hate goats. I hate them.
Yeah, you can't unfuck him.
You cannot. Try as hard as you can. You can't unfuck them.
Okay, cool. The silver breastplate, I would take to the smith because I don't think any of us can use that or need that.
That's +1.
Oh, it's +1. That's right.
I thought Inquisitors can go ahead and need mine.
I can, but let me see what I'm wearing it now.
Are you just wearing a breastplate?
I think I'm wearing a shirt.
You don't want that breastplate.
Ugh, I hate the titles. I got one sheet separated somewhere. Oh, there it is. The only one I did not grab. No, that's Tifley.
Can
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Wimpton.
Thank you. Yeah, that's Tiff. Alton class feature.
Can I see your first sheet there?
Yeah.
Yeah, your armor bonus is 4. That's chain shirt.
Okay.
So that would be +2 if you took a breastplate.
Be +3.
Okay.
Be +3,
Oh,
but
because
it
it's
would put a maximum on his dex bonus to armor class. that I think is also 3 for a breastplate.
Where the fuck is my sheet?
I want to go boom boom with my brand new clean column. I'll be right back.
Cool, man.
See you, Trevor.
Have fun.
What's Bottleton's deck score?
Well, how much I use my decks? Just for reflex.
I just meant like, well, it'll like if you have a really high dex, you'll get penalized on your armor class for wearing something heavier. But if your dex is like a 16 or something, then you're probably fine.
Oh my dex is definitely not high.
Yeah.
It's where is it? So yeah, I got a 12, so my reflex is a 2.
Right. So your dex is at 12, so that gives you a +1 bonus to your armor class from dex. And you have a max if you have a breastplate, it's max +3. So this
Won't
is
affect
just be a straight +3 bonus to your armor. So,
Okay. Alright, I'll take it. What the fuck that sheet man? I don't know. Really not great. It's not one of these sheets. I know it's not one of those sheets. I had all my little stuff written in there. Special things. So there. Okay. All right. Well, I'll write down that. I take that. I'm also going to take the key. Well, it's probably going to split the key up.
where's the other key?
I have all.
You have both keys.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What do you want this crystal key?
Oh hell yeah! Also, where's my prison box?
Um, maybe gave that to Swift Hammer.
I want it back.
I mean, I would take that up with him, but
Well, I mean, he doesn't want it.
right, but you're like the only person that's got 2 Auric Alchem items, so I wouldn't push it.
Well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Don't let me get in the way of you getting more stuff. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah. All right. Cool. I need a pencil. Glenn, do you miss being a part of Loot?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, and a lot. But I have my bracelet
You have your bracelet?
and my stick and my fancy, to me, blue robe.
You look really
Middle of the
dapper,
road,
bud.
yeah.
You look really good. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, your favorite thing to do is like killing things and then acquiring wealth.
Yeah, wanting everyone's wealth and loot and armor.
Yeah, classic, classic issue. All right. So my armor class bonus goes up to a 3. You said
So your armor bonus, which is a 4, goes to a 7.
okay, yeah, I see that. But I still keep my dex modifier. My AC jumps up to 18. Cool beans. Oh, thanks. What did I have written down?
What is that, like 5 more hit points? Is that right?
Oh yeah, I gotta have my con too.
One negative is that it will reduce your speed to 20.
My base speed's 40.
But I would reduce it to 30 then.
That's
Your
my
base speed 40.
My base speed is so it's 30, and then I'm getting a +10 from something, which I can check in a second. So my con's going up to 16, which gives me a +3 modifier. And then you said 5 additional hit points, Jake?
Yeah, 1 hit point per level.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. For the modifier, not the ability score.
What?
1 hit, or sorry. It goes up by 1 hit point per level, so 5. Yeah, so 49 is 5. 4. Okay. All right. My speed.
I think it's pretty baller that Flick told the mayor you can't unfuck a goat. That's probably not gonna bite us in the ass in the future.
You said that to you said that
Oh,
to
that was the Swift Hammer. Okay, cool. I was about to say the royalty is gonna be like, dear God, get rid of this thing.
Wait.
I don't know.
Trevor's boom boom.
Trevor got a boom boom.
All right, so battle time blings out, and you wanted to speak with the smith about the silver equipment.
Yeah, let's see what she's learned about the material drop off.
Okay. Um. So. All right. So you get in touch with her, and she basically says that she's realized it's some alchemical process that bonds the silver to the steel. And there is some sort of magical component to that bonding. She's not figured it out yet, but she's making progress. It's not plated, it's bonded and alloyed in some way that she's never seen steel alloyed with silver. But that being said, she has heard that other silver items, armor and weapons, have found their way in circulation.
Yeah, I was gonna say I let her know that there are now other groups that have access to them, so it's not an area where she's gonna have a monopoly anymore.
He says, well, in that case, our deal is terminated. No hard feelings. I get a head start, and hopefully I'll be able to replicate this process before anyone else. But since you can no longer offer me, a monopoly on this items, I no longer offer you a monopoly on the information.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
Silversmith is no longer your pal.
but I mean, no hard feelings.
Yeah,
She wants to handshake and
It's out of my
end
control.
the deal. But since you can no longer offer her something, she can no longer offer you something. She is offering you what knowledge she has acquired in her endeavors so far. But once she does suss out the exact alloy process, she's going to sell that to the highest bidder, or maintain it as her own intellectual property, or whatever.
Yeah, all good. I shake hands and say, yeah, do I understand? But we can do business again.
As if you come across any other unique items, I am I'm always open to negotiation.
I say, I'll let you know. Then I turn around with my Orichalcum sword and get Yankee silver breastplate.
You bunny.
Um,
All right. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do before your 36-hour?
I guess hoard food and then just see if there's any gleanings from the corpse study.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
of course, yeah.
So Victor is going to take part in that study himself. Um, so, aside from taking just the minimum required amount of rest that he needs to take every night, he spends like the next 20-ish hours examining this corpse. Um, doing his best. Well, I guess he needs to take 8 hours to rest, does 16 hours of examination, then does another 8 hours of rest to be ready for your excursion into the plane. Um, but in that 16 hours, he puts every amount of effort into acquiring what knowledge he can. Um, Two of the members of Constellation are also in this, and they're mostly using divination and detection magic to participate. There are healers from the Temple of Payana, the Temple of Delic.
Beautiful.
There are physicians that belong to the upper levels of the noble court. And it's sort of a difficult rotation of getting your time with the dwarves. But uh, in the 16 hours, Victor was able to roll 2 heal checks for his autopsy time. One of them was a 4, and the other was a natural 20.
Hey,
We like that.
So, uh, in order to get the most for his comrades, he gleans a couple of bits of information, shares only what he realizes the other uh, coroners, so to speak, will gain of their own effort, and basically just confirms their assertions. Um, one that obviously this person has some use of arcane magic, or perhaps some version of arcane magic. The signature is a bit off, but he's also his musculature, his physicality is well toned for the effort of combat. And you other than that, he's got lungs, he's got a stomach, he's got liver, spleen, most of the standard humanoid organs that you would expect. Um, there is debate over whether it seems to be some bastardized version of a human, or perhaps an elf or a half elf. And there's even some suggesting that there's an orcish lineage to this creature. But nothing has been settled. So he explains all of that to you. That is the information that everyone knows, aside from anything that they might have learned and kept secret to themselves. This is what I know that I didn't tell anyone else. That motherfucker's like 1,000 years old.
This is what Victor says. Okay, cool. Whoa.
Hmm.
Uh, he appears to be somewhat, early middle age in life progression. But there's a way of measuring, an accumulation of buildup on bones and whatever, kind of like rings on a tree. And this guy's striations are extremely thin and very, very many.
Hmm.
Uh, I, but I don't think that that's his natural lifestyle.
Natural what?
Lifespan.
Okay.
Um, uh, Flick, give me a knowledge check. I don't want to tell you what kind of knowledge it is, so I don't want to tip my hand on it.
Ba-ba-ba. 23. I'm gonna put an action die on it.
Okay.
D6, right?
Yep.
6, it explodes. And a 4. 33.
Okay. All right. Flick, you're hearing Victor explain this, and uh, your mind immediately jumps to an obscure and pretty fucking awful ballad you read, practiced for a little while, and realized that it's just bad, and you don't want to sing it, you don't want to share it. But the ballad is called the Eternal Astral, and it speaks of lovers who want to travel to the astral plane where time does not pass and you stay eternally the same age as when you enter.
So this could be a magical effect of living somewhere on the astral sea.
Like it would, if that's the way the astral sea works, which none of you know that, unless none of your characters know that, but I'm sure that uh, Trevor probably knows that.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I'm just saying, that was a what was a 30 something player knowledge check.
33.
Yeah. So you did understand that you through your bardic knowledge, through your stories and tales that you've accumulated in your career, you are aware that there are stories about being in the astral sea means you do not age.
Interesting. Yeah, so I kind of relay that to you guys. It's just like, I remember this song. It's fucking awful. I'm never going to sing it. Don't ask me to. Um, but it's about, lovers running away to spend eternity in youth in the astral sea. And this could be indicative of their truth maybe to that ballad.
My ears and my eyes perk up at the prospect of eternal life.
That's not important, Bottleton. What is important, Dr. Victor T. Flacco, is how many penises did this thing have?
Great question.
Standard
You have
amount?
27 dicks.
Curious. Wonder what he uses them for.
27.
Good to know. Orthog, write that down.
Free way of fucking time.
Dan knows what I'm talking about.
It's a weak spot,
No,
and they're covered in them.
he had one very small penis.
Yeah.
One very small penis. I've written it down.
The one and only note that I plan to take in 5 years of D&D.
Fucking Callista walks in at this exact moment. No, 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 baby, it's not what you did. Cool.
Get ready.
And you get the Yankee Day. All right, so we know. So yeah, they're probably living in the Astral Sea. They are blending fucking silver and steel somehow. Um, they're very ancient.
I'll also add in that, and this kind of is mainly something that you pretty much all supposed and have gotten from some interaction with Siegfried and the other Githyanki you run into. His magic was psychic based, which is extremely rare on the prime material plane, but apparently seems to be extremely common to denizens, you know, from of the astral.
I don't understand this.
That's
the guy. That's the guy
that's
Trevor was talking about.
Graham with his head on a Skeksis, and that's Narjal.
No, this is really funny. I'm enjoying this. This is nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm gonna laugh at this later.
I spent time making it
Oh,
just now
and that's time to minute.
using the photo app Fonto. Narjal says under his breath, "Well, that makes sense considering their main adversary is the Mind Flayer."
Why is Narjal?
We also
Narjal has it.
Okay. Well, we know now, man. What do we want to do?
We gotta get some food and we gotta get up in that thing.
Yeah, we got to get ready.
Okay.
I've prepared my spells. I need an acid.
Man, I figured out what my mileage comes from, but we can talk about it later. All right, we're gonna need some food that can hold up. Golden Rice Delight on Broadway and 7th has fucking great smoked duck. I'm not sure if it's smoked to the level of being,
I mean, can we just like take a bunch of jerky, like some bread? Like,
that's what I'm trying to do right now, Narjal. Goddamn.
it looks to me like
jerky.
looks like you're trying to order a 5-star meal.
Right.
Talking about smoked duck.
You cure things with smoke.
I have blueberry, so if we take a day to prepare,
Oh, you have good bear?
yeah, I can create many good berries.
And you can do water too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I can. Yep.
So let's
Yes,
just
sir.
roll then. We're good. We can live in here forever.
Well, hold on. I need to create the good berries. Right now, I have my first level spells like all figured out. But if you want to take a day to do this, I can prepare all of my spells as good berry. But the duration is 1 day, so they don't last, do they?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Okay. So never mind. But I can create. I got us for a day.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can take some food, and worst case, you can keep us alive.
Yeah.
We run into a food
One
shortage.
casting of good berry per day will make 2d4 freshly picked berries magical. We need to figure out a source of freshly picked berries.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Upon reading this spell,
Yeah.
it's not as
Wait, hold on.
as the 5th edition
What?
version, which is just you get good berries.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's 5e, it's really good. Pathfinder's a little bit more
All
complex.
right, so I mean it's 2d4, but like any fucking berries count. So like you can pick poisonous berries and turn them into good berries.
But when we have
Anything that
poisonous berries in the vault.
In the forest.
Aside from the cathedral, there's just there's like
Okay.
a field, there's a forest. You've seen berries growing in numerous locations as a druid. You don't know if they're poisonous or viable because you haven't you've been looking for
That's fair.
fungus.
Yeah.
And
And each casting is good for 5 days. So if we go in with some berries, then we'll have 5 days worth of Goodberry as far as perishability. And then so I'll prepare a casting of Goodberry every day.
We
So,
are gonna live in this plane. We can also kill some of those deer.
I will say, as far as freshly picked goes, that's within the last 3 days.
Okay.
Like it can't be like some, dried fruit that you've had for 7 weeks. But it's a berry that is still viable that you can eat that tastes fresh and juicy is counts as freshly picked.
Okay, sweet. That helps immensely. Because the 5th edition spell is just like
you get 10 good
you yeah. It's just lambus bread.
Yeah.
There is man, it really pissed me off. I watched an entire video about a woman who was like, I'm making lambus bread. She just made fucking focaccia and wrapped it in a banana leaf.
Yeah.
And I almost threw my phone across it.
What did you think she was gonna make?
Fucking dude, some sort of bread that was like crunchy, because
At least-
Yeah,
texture.
I feel like sourdough would be a much better representation of lemon bread than
Or at least like some enriched, unleavened bread that
like a matzah, something.
it's not something that would keep for a while and be
But-
very filling.
A bunch of butter in it, like a shortbread.
Yeah.
Making fucking as soon as she started pressing her fingers into the dough and filling the pockets with salt and olive oil, I was like, "You're just making focaccia." Embarrassing, motherfucker.
Okay, so are you going to have any backup rations for this, or are you just going to completely depend on Goodberry?
I think we take some jerky.
Completely put all of our eggs in one basket.
I didn't hear what Flick
I-
said.
Awesome.
Oh, let's pick up some jerky, something simple it'll keep.
Okay, how much?
I don't know, about a ton. Figure it out, like a couple pounds.
How much?
Jerky. Were you listening?
No, I was actually looking it up because you were getting so buttered over the way this bread looked, even though what does it look like in the books, Trevor?
Fair.
I don't know. I mean, I think a link a day will be fine, boys. It's a nice verse.
A link a day.
Yeah, I think a link for each person a day is ample. You'll be providing some fruits.
Yeah.
I'll acquire some bread if people promise not to throw their phones.
Trail ration costs 5 silver per day worth of food and weighs a pound per day worth of food.
Okay, so what did I need again? A trail ration costs
5 silver per day and 1 pound per day.
So I pay 5 silver and I get 1 pound.
Correct. And that will feed one person for 1 day.
Get like
you
20
You need 2.5 gold to feed all 5 members of the group
For a day.
per day.
God, we eating good, boys.
So I'll say between
I just eat what's
Flick and
provided.
Victor, they can probably split, one medium-sized person. So let's assume 2 gold per day worth of food.
How long do we want to be gone?
That was
I don't know, 3-4 months.
It's fucking going out on the derrick.
we're not even coming back.
He don't come back. A month is 60 days long, right?
I know.
Fucking lunatic.
I said what I said, bro.
Hang out with Siegfried forever. I did have to Google it, which makes my argument completely invalid. But it is described as a thin cake. I acknowledge the argument invalid as soon as I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fully understood.
It's supposed to be like this. Like that's the movie.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I mean, it could be like
There
that.
were many clips from the movie in the video. I
Right.
watched.
And to your point, she's trying to make it from the movies.
Yeah, and he snaps off a piece in the movie.
Yeah, it's very
Yes.
famously very true. I had some for breakfast today.
It's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Thin cake.
I'm gonna buy 24 gold worth. That'll give us 12 days of rations.
Okay. And weigh 24 pounds.
Yep.
No, 48 pounds.
48 pounds. Okay, cool. Yes.
So I go around picking a bunch of berries
Where?
in my berry field. Okay, I go to the
You go to the market.
yeah, and like, do you have any berries that are freshly picked within the last 3 days? Particularly juicy berries.
Yeah, you can if you're willing to pay something of a premium.
Yep.
You can get berries that are picked yesterday.
All right, perfect. So I got like 2 days remaining. How much?
So let's see. So
I need like 10.
right. Yeah, I mean it's like you can get like a pint
Pint of berries for
or
3 platinum. Banana.
fucking a banana costs like $10.
I mean, it couldn't as well. Who knows?
For freshly picked berries picked yesterday, 1 silver piece for a pint.
Okay, cool.
Man,
I
Danny's
take silver piece.
Danny's rad.
And I have a pint of freshly picked berries.
Hang on. What kind of berries are we talking? Are we talking like black raspberries, like that good shit, or like something?
Elderberries.
Blueberries? Ah, lame.
Elderberries are good as fuck, though. Lembas bread.
Well, and I will say, Narjal knows that he could also have acquired some watermelons or bananas, both of which are technically berries.
I guess bananas are berries. Huh. The more you know.
All right.
But the bananas that are grown in this world are likely not the kind that we would expect.
No, they're still gross, Michelle.
Okay.
There was no fungal what do you call it? Epidemic that forced us to move to the Cavendish.
Exactly.
Having fun?
Um,
You realize there's people, on the television. Let's go on that.
and you said the good berries last 5 days,
It's 1 day per level.
right? So you basically like take a handful out and immediately cast that spell.
Yeah, oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, and then I just have a casting noted on each prepared. I prepare them in blocks.
All right, but you cast it, so you now have made 2d4.
Yep. It's gonna be 5.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a tally.
You have to like make a spreadsheet, essentially. So it's 5 that are gonna last 5 days. And then tomorrow you're gonna make a different number that are gonna last 5 more days, and the first group is only going.
As long as I don't roll like a 2, wouldn't be opposed to a little bit of hand waving, but I understand what you mean.
All right, so with your preparation made, you guys are ready when it is your turn to enter the vault.
Do you have an expo marker for writing on this? You could write it. Some of you haven't been.
Oh yeah,
This is all a writable surface.
dude, totally. Can I get one too? That's 2 nerds trying to catch you. That's even better.
Okay.
All right, now you throw it to me. Now you throw it to me.
Okay. So what you're gonna do? You get your little counter here, right? You're gonna say I have 5, and they're gonna last for X number of days.
Yeah.
Or you can just write it in marker.
Yeah.
Cool. Look at that. Right with the correct hand. Devil's hand. Yeah. So likely to die in a manufacturing related accident.
All right, so you unless you want to tell me that you do this in any other unusual way, you enter the Orichalcum Vault.
It's go time.
You make your way into the cathedral, and to some of your relief, and perhaps one of your chagrin, you don't find a slaughtered group of the Constellation. You see no trace of their presence.
All right. So they're still out there.
We out there, dog. Well, I for one. Okay.
Is anyone? Have we decided who's like plotting this map that we're going to keep of where we're going?
Who has the highest survival skill?
I have a 10.
I have a 15.
I got a -1.
That checks out.
I'll keep a map going, but I don't want to necessarily do it in real life.
You just want to be handed a map.
I don't want to be handed a map when I roll a good enough.
I mean, also to go back and reference the old videos and be like, here's where we were.
Yeah.
Here's where this place went.
I'm down to like make like survival checks to see if I can like find my way back out, but I won't trust myself to make a map.
So goes my desire for some old school D&D gameplay.
Did you have graph paper?
Of course I got graph paper.
All right, hand over the graph.
There's
paper.
graph.
Making
Isn't there graph paper in your folder?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I didn't stop
Yeah.
you guys.
If you get me graph paper, I'll make a map.
Is that what you used to do in like the original D&D? Doing on graph paper?
Yeah. That's what I used to do. I used to play during my lunch break and
Why are you guys making us sound old?
No, we're sounding old. You're fine.
Back in my day.
You haven't made any
Reflex-
statements.
Reflex age. No.
Statement?
Oh, just gonna stare at you.
Ooh, Narjal, a little help
Yeah.
with your map. North is whichever way you're facing.
Yeah.
I just nod at you and smile really big.
Yeah. Little tidbit. It gets confusing when you turn, but just it'll work out.
East should be north for you.
I have a survival of 15.
Is that good?
It's better than 10.
Well, no, I'm saying east should be north because that east was north in Chinese maps. And we're in a Chinese fantasy world.
But again, that's only when you're
I'm
facing
here and
E.
I like maps at me.
I spent a lot of my life working on it. Kind of my whole career. It was east was north too in European maps for a while. They learned it with Chinese.
Who said, nah, north is north now?
I don't know when that changed. It's a good question.
Trevor, you could rotate your map to where like southwest is the cardinal, direction. Just like be different, man. Do your own thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Set it at like 48 degrees.
And additionally, like I get what you mean. But isn't east always east regardless?
No.
Or like the east is the top of the map.
East is the top of the
Probably
East is east.
Yeah,
Yeah.
East was probably considered north because that's where the sun rose.
Yeah, it was the most important direction for them.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
there was the open ocean to the east, the sun came out of the ocean. That's the most important direction.
Yeah, and they weren't
It
up on the
poles. They also had compasses for everybody else, so that helped.
But biggest takeaway, north is whichever way you're looking.
North is what?
For some reason, their stupid compass is always pointing left.
The left is always east. That's what I learned.
A lot of thoughts, a lot of words coming out here.
Wow.
Some of them are good. Some of them are.
Some of them are good.
Some of them are good.
All right, so what is your plan upon entering the or the plane?
My plan is to pace across and pace up to ascertain the shape and dimensions of the first room. Perfect.
Yeah, we're familiar with this. We've gone through. We've seen this door from both sides. We've gone through this door. We know who's in here. This door is blocked.
Mhm.
I don't think we've gone in this door.
Yeah,
I don't think we've gone in this door either.
you've gone in this.
We've gone in this door. Okay, so
You
outside.
fought some what do you
Oh,
call it?
those-
Imps.
Yeah.
You have not gone in this door, and you've not gone in that door.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
do you guys want to go in these other rooms instead of heading back to the forest? Try something a little different.
Well, so all right, so we know that we have keys. Unless Constellation has found a key, we are the only ones with keys to. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see the map. Yeah,
I've seen that room enough. I know what you're talking about.
yeah. We have keys to these two doors, one of which we know actually goes somewhere. They do not. So most likely, Constellation, if they're not here, went through this door. So the question is, do you want to follow where Constellation is going, or go back where we've been?
So Flick's perspective there, totally okay being overruled, but I like those nerds. I don't want to see them get killed. So I'm just like, what if we just like, stalked them a little bit?
I'm cool with that.
I'm open to that. I'm gonna roll a perception check, Dan, to see if there's anything in the room that seems different or changed out of the ordinary. It's a really bad perception check. Really bad. Well,
So in the room, so looking for anything that has changed. No, the 12, everything looks pretty much the way it was last time you were here.
cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm down with going through this door here. Is that door? I drove that door. Is it unlocked already?
No, it is locked.
Locked. Okay. Well, Flick, I think that's where you come in, man.
Flick, give me a perception check and then a disable device check.
Perception is 19.
All right, with a 19 perception, looking at this lock as you start to pick it, you do see fresh scratches. Someone else has picked this lock or attempted to pick this lock recently.
Yeah. I got a good feeling about this door.
You never did. You never tried to. So
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like when I say fresh or recent, like in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, like it could have been.
There's no tarnish on the scratches. There's nothing showing that it's been weathered at all.
Yeah, okay. An attempt on this lock has been done, not by me. Could be Constellation, could be, the Compound Interest Group. Lockpick check. Oh my god, this is like the first lockpick check where I didn't just absolutely fucking whiff it.
Nice.
Right off the rip. Let's see, that is a 24.
Okay. You unlock the door, and inside there is a small chamber. That is basically, I have this, stuff, but it's basically mirrors this chamber.
The intact chamber?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's basically something of a dead end. if everyone would like to give me perception checks.
Yeah. Ooh, I got 18.
17.
Alright. What you get, Glenn?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Got a 28.
Oh, and Victor got a 18 as well. All right, so all of you enter this room, look around, and it is fairly obvious that there is an amount of dust and just like sand or soot or what have you collected in this room over eons, much like the other rooms of the cathedral you explored. However, there are many sets of footprints in here. Looks like the room has been scoured by someone, probably in the last week or so. Narjal, you take a careful look at these footprints, and you, counting out the different sizes and shapes, you pick out 8 different sets of footprints. Considering um, the people that you're aware of, that means compound interest and constellation have been unsprung.
Okay. And just so I was drawing, but are we here? Or are we here? Right here. Okay. Okay. And it's about the same room, same size as this?
In mirrors.
You said that, okay.
So yeah, the Gith Yankee, from their boots, tend to have like are two-toed. So like there's a separate socket for their big toe, and then the other 4 toes all slot into kind of like a mitten, but for your feet. Those are not the tracks you see. You see standard, Yanjing style footwear tracks in here. And you pick out 8 different sets. To you, that suggests that compound interest and constellation were in here, but are no longer.
Share that with the boys.
And it's and then this is just a room that goes nowhere. I'm correct.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear to.
Just a box.
I would.
There are also, I'll say, the rest of you notice like there are some scratches on the walls. Looks like there was an attempt to, dig through or maybe remove something from one of the walls.
I'd like to take some time and just use my club to tap around on the floors and on the walls and stuff to hear if there's any, you know, any hidden exits or anything.
Okay. Uh, then take 20 on a perception check. So just 20 and then add your perception bonus.
I do not have a perception bonus.
So it's just a 20.
Yep.
Okay. Banging around, checking all of the tiles on the floor and what sections of the walls. You do hear a sort of hollow knock from one of the tiles on the floor, near the back of the room. Not up against the wall, like maybe 5 to 10 feet from the wall, from the corner of the room.
I go to inspect that area, whether it be lifting or moving the dust away or whatever. I'm just fiddling with it.
Okay. These tiles seem to be very, tightly cut. The seam between them is like maybe a millimeter. So, with your thick turtle fingers and your clumsy club, you don't really find a good way to leverage or try to pry up that tile.
I let the group know, hey, I believe there's something under this tile. Could anyone help me open it?
I've got these
I
long fingers.
can do a butterfly knife.
Intimidating.
Handle first.
You got
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Try this butterfly knife so you can get under it.
Okay, yeah, I try to do that.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay. It's a 13 on the die. It's just a 13.
Okay. You use the tip of the knife and start like scratching out some of the dirt that's gathered in the seam between the tiles, and blow in there, and you get the impression that this tile is possibly more than an inch thick, and considering its size, you're pretty sure this tile probably weighs upwards of 100 pounds, and trying to pry it open with this knife is just going to snap the knife.
Okay.
It's a big thick tile.
Hmm.
Smash.
Well, I relay that to the group and say, I believe there's something under here, but unless we can figure a way to, maybe there's another trap that releases this tile or something if you guys want to look around, but
Jump on it.
okay.
Um,
I jump on it.
Okay. It seems to be sturdy enough to hold your weight when you jump on
Okay. Any more suggestions, Flick?
Go jump in the astral sea.
All right.
it. Oh, I guess question, is Siegfried with you, or are you just leaving him in that room?
I'm probably what's the vibe? I'll go get him if you guys want to hang out, but I don't want to make it weird.
we
No.
should go get him. We should go get him. We need to move him. He's too close to the action if he hasn't already been found yet.
Yeah, he might have been found.
I think we
I
should
keep
move because people have been in this room. I'm sure as shit they went into his room and talked to Siegfried. So we should go talk to him and get the deal.
I'll go get him. Somebody hold the door open though, so I don't have to unlock this door again.
I hold the door open for you.
I'm still fucking around with this tile. Narjal, do you have any suggestions?
You've got the club. Maybe try hitting it right in the middle with the club.
Yes.
Conversely, before we start banging on that, I mean, you do you, Glenn. That's what you want to do. We can just go down these other hallways.
Oh, totally. But while we were in here, I was gonna try to open it.
I'm pretty invested in this tile.
Sure, yeah. Far be it for me to stop you. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll try to club it. I mean, I don't think it's gonna do anything, but I shall roll.
I love how like the other groups go in here and they're fighting for their lives, and this is what we're gonna do.
We're fighting doors and floors.
I think 12. Will that hit?
Yes, a 12 hits the floor.
Yes. I
Oh,
thought it
yeah.
should. And then with all my might, not all my might, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of damage.
Okay. You slam your club into the floor, and a hairline fracture appears on the tile.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, yeah, it's stone. You got to bypass hardness. So every time you're hitting it, it's probably taking like a certain amount off that. Again. So you bypass the hardness with that damage. How many hit points it has? We don't know.
I just want to know what the AC of the floor is.
uh, I
The
don't. I
armor
mean,
class of a 5 foot tile on the floor is a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Solid, solid.
As Aaron so clearly put out, it is the hardness that you have to struggle against.
I do a lot of work with stone. Done a lot of D&D stone work.
I mean, a hairline crack.
No, I mean that's promising.
Yeah.
Wail on it, dude.
I'll keep welling on it.
Okay. So it takes you probably a little over a minute of swinging at this thing, but your vow of poverty imbuing your club with enhancement magic makes it sturdy enough now to bypass the hardness of at least mundane stone. And after your 10th or 11th swing, the tile finally gives way, cracks in the middle, and sort of caves into an empty space beneath it.
Ooh. Uh, I remove like the stone, I guess, like pull it up and out, and ask Flick, would you like to look down in there for me?
How deep is the
It's
hole?
not there.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Flick's not there.
I went to go get Siggy. I mean, I'm probably back by then.
All right. Yeah. You go and find Siegfried, and he sees you. He comes out to greet you, and he says, "Are the others with you?"
Uh, yeah,
Just
yeah. They're over here in this other room. We're beating up a floor. If you want to come check it out.
You can feel him kind of like probing your mind a little bit, and he says, "No, no, not the friends, the others."
Did you meet them?
He says, "I saw them," and then he points at like a sort of liquid mess on the floor that's somewhat dried up. He says, "Two of them did not like the boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of them saw me, even though I was hiding, but she didn't say anything and she left."
Good to know. Good to know.
Are they with you?
Not at the moment. We might find them while we're adventuring.
Okay, you said they were dangerous.
Some of them are. I don't think those are. If they left you in here without bothering you, I don't think that they are dangerous to you.
He nods thoughtfully and then just like kind of like settles in behind you, ready to follow.
Cool. Yeah, wait till you see this floor. We're kicking its ass, dude.
Wait till you see the
Like,
floor.
he says with some amount of interest, oddly enough. Okay.
He's excited to be involved.
We might just crack this floor out and look down and go, "Oh, look, the astral sea."
Right.
Oh,
Well, you crack the floor and it caves in somewhat, and it stops. So, like, you get the impression from what has cracked and broken that this was not like a passage, but a hidey hole, like a small void or hidden spot. Um, and Orthog, as you pull out the shards of rock from the tile that you smashed, it is indeed a to a lesser extent, a small void, a small empty spot. That does not appear to be made out of any material that you recognize. It's just sort of like a black, sort of matte, uh, semi-smooth divot.
Can you roll it up?
In this divot, there is now covered with a bunch of
Rock.
rock, rubble, dust.
More rock.
A what looks like a raggedy old velvet bag.
Crown Royal.
About
You guys in it?
it's a little bit bigger than that, but it's pretty similar in make.
I
Sure. I can grab it.
take the bag and look into it.
Okay. You take the bag and brush off some of the dust and look into the bag. And as you're picking it up, you can hear like the contents kind of like clink and clatter against each other.
Love that.
I guess clink it might be the wrong word. But it sounds to you like a bag of glass or rocks. And looking into it, you do see like a sort of reflective glitter of what appear to be gemstones inside the bag.
Ooh.
Ooh. I say nothing and pocket it. No, no.
You're no longer a paladin.
No, I tell the group I think you'd all be interested in seeing these, and I toss it to Battleton.
Wow, that must have been really hard for you, Glenn.
Yeah.
All right, I will appraise this.
You open the bag, seeing that it's some gemstones. You pull a bit of cloth, out from somewhere on your person, lay it down, and then spread these gemstones onto the cloth. And yeah, if Battleton had a tail, he'd be wagging it.
Cool.
It appears to be a collection of primarily green and blue gemstones. There does look like there's some pieces of glass in here that looks like it used to be a statuary, but got crushed probably extremely recently by something heavy falling on it. So you're a little curious about what that might have been.
They don't have men.
I do.
Sorry.
We'll get to that in a minute.
But going through, there's it's a random assortment. There is some malachite, there are some emeralds, there's some sapphires, there's some other, like some blue and purple fluorite. It
Ooh.
from gemstones that are probably worth upwards of 100, 200 gold pieces each to some stuff that's like, bluish tinted quartz that, might fetch you 2 or 3 silver. But the theme seems to be these are green and blue gemstones, and the glass does have like a bluish tint to it. And there are some clear gemstones that you recognize as diamond.
Whoa.
2 diamonds that appear to be about 100 gold pieces in value, and 1 diamond that appears significantly larger, seems to be about 300 gold pieces in value.
Wow.
Oh.
Just wanted to say happy birthday.
Oh yeah, to the little man.
Yeah, tell a little man. So that works out to 500 gold pieces.
Well, 500 gold pieces of diamond, and assorted amongst the other gemstones, probably around 1,500 gold pieces.
Yeah. Dyson just came in here. It's Otis's birthday. He's 9.
Happy birthday,
Odie!
Birthday
Happy
Odie.
B-Day, Odie.
He's a little old man.
Great if we can see him.
Good gig.
500 gold pieces of diamond. Isn't that what you need for a resurrection?
I think for raised dead, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to remember.
Wow. What a find.
What a good find. Good job, Ortig.
What'd you call me?
Ortig.
My name is Orthog.
No. He says it was Ortig.
Or
Yeah, that's what he said. Ortig.
It's
You guys
Ortog.
haven't known my name this entire time?
It's
No,
Ortog.
I've known your name.
or tug.
I've known your name as I stare into a crown royal bag of gemstones walking out of the room.
I've known your name.
The whole
I
time.
I know your name. You're the turtle guy.
Yeah.
Or
You guys
tug
are worse than my old group.
is just my accent. Or tug.
Yeah. He was kicked in the head. Oh, hey, Seeker 7, I say as I walk out of the room. Not
Oh
knowing
shit,
what-
a hole. And then I go get in the hole.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Flick. I turn around and I open up the bag and I say, pretty tight. The glass in here, I think it was something. Can you magic it back together?
I fucking guess I just got in the hole. Help me out.
I don't. I lay my treasures in front of you so you can sit in your hole with
Oh,
with
okay.
the surface of the floor like a little desk.
This is better. This is better. Yeah, okay.
Kind of like a cockpit.
I cast mending on the broken glass.
Okay, give me a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft. Ooh, that's not great. I'm at a 16. I think I'm gonna burn an action die here. For a 5, 21.
Okay, so you begin casting magic, and you feel sort of you begin casting mending, and you begin a sort of strange interaction with your magic as you try to put the glass statuary back together. You realize that this was a magic item, and in order to restore it, mending is only going to put back together the physical thing. If you want to make it whole, you have to cast make whole.
And if he bends it now, does that preclude him from ever making it whole? Okay.
Yeah, it'll be forcing the physical item back together, but the resonant or the remnants of magical energy will not fuse properly and will dissipate.
Battleton, if I do this now, it will lose whatever magic is in it. I need access to other spells to bring it back in its entirety.
I think there's a song about this. You leave me now. Take away the greatest part of me. Is that ring a bell?
Yep.
Yeah. So you need to be made whole.
Yes. Even though I am made of hole right now since I'm in my hole, but this is like a different kind of hole. It has a W in it.
That is a spell not totally out of our wheelhouse.
What is it?
Level 2.
Two available to clerics, oracles, occultists, psychics, sorcerers, and wizards. Fuck.
I take that back. I cannot do that because I am only able to be in this hole and not do that hole.
I'm sure we can just keep it together and we can find someone.
Yeah. Not in the witch spell list. That was going to be our ace in the hole.
Yeah.
Well, you got a flick in the hole.
Well, we'll hold on to this, and maybe we can find someone to help us repair it.
Can we roll up the hole and take it with us?
No. And like curious about it, doing it. It seems to be like you get the impression that this the cathedral was manifested. It wasn't built.
Okay.
So it exists in the pocket plane that the rest of everything here exists in, and what's beyond the walls is just the end of the plane. So this looks like it might have been a what do you call it, a adjustment of that planar wall in order to create a hidey hole.
So why would you hide or something of a religious artifact in a temple plane?
First, hidey holes are awesome. Why would you not want one?
Sure.
Second, what if the nice lady in the forest could fix the thingamawatsit in the
Ooh.
brown roll bag?
She might be able to. My initial thought is like we probably just stole from someone, and I'm thinking we might have stolen from the janitor. Like who would have the desire to hide something in the plane? This plane has obviously been invaded. So who has the power to shift the walls of the plane to create a hidey hole
That's a good
and the motivation to hide something of value in the hidey hole?
That's where he lives. I don't think he has any motivation.
Okay.
Period. But
He's also got his own like bedroom kind of hole up place, you know. Like, why would he not
Yeah.
keep his valuables there?
I mean, I will say, like, this bag looks like it's been here for a very long time.
Maybe Kaylin.
Galen? Well, there's a thought. I'm down going to check out the forest. I
It's
mean,
like, mm-hmm.
it's an idea. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you make a whole plane just to hide one thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Anyone want a good berry?
I'm good. I'm good right now.
I'm gonna eat one.
I'll
I'll
take
take a
one.
blueberry. I'll take one.
I don't know, hey guys, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I haven't ate today.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
Uh,
Right? Good berries.
Victor China says, you know what they say, good berry a day makes the doctor okay.
Makes the doctor
It
okay.
takes one as well.
Okay, so I've got one.
Do these reset 24 hours exactly from when you made them?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna hold mine until later. But just notify me when
Well,
we're
no,
close.
5 days, right?
Oh yeah, 5 days. Sorry.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
I'm gonna delay my berry later.
Delay your berry till later.
Yeah.
Okay, just are you gonna keep track of it?
Mhm.
Okay, then I'm gonna delete.
I have one berry.
Okay, you have one berry that is
You
right
have one
now
berry
good
that
for
will last
5
4
days.
more days.
Yeah, 4 more days. Yeah.
Hey, Narjal, Battleton said I could have his good berry.
Fuck you. It's in
I
my
already
possession.
gave it to him,
Oh,
This is
and
my
I like to think that if you eat more than one good berry, you will be very sick. That's what I've always kind of.
You feel very. I'd say like most people can handle 2 good berries. 3 good berries, it's like you overeat. You feel uncomfortable.
I feel full after the risotto.
All right, let's get cracking. I walk over to the red door that is not broken, and I look over my shoulder, rolling a perception check of the exact same thing I did earlier, 12. And I pull out the Gith Yankee key from the battle and try it on this door.
This is the door that goes.
Oh no,
diagonal?
Flick has that key. Flick, I wave you forward to try out that key.
okay. Are we sure there's not any more holes in here before we leave?
No. You make a good point. Do you want to tap on every tile?
It's probably a good idea.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
No.
I assumed I was doing that, but
I mean, Orthog basically got through like 80% of the room before he found the tile that had hollow sound under it. You can test, and I guess while you guys were checking out the rest of the stuff, we'll say Orthog finished off the room.
Yeah, you did.
I guess I'll get out of the hole and go try this door.
And you have one of the keys on you.
This is specifically the key we got from the most recent Gith Yankee
Yeah.
altercation.
And this is this door.
The door opens when you pull on the handle.
All right, I pull the door open for you, and I hold it as the party enters the hallway. And heads up, I gotta probably bounce soon.
All right. So you're going out towards the forest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say you guys do a little bit of trial and error here. Try and open these orichalcum doors. If you're holding a key, you can open the door. Orthog doesn't need a key.
Right.
The door opens for him, whether he has one or not.
Right, I forgot about
I'm only almost here.
that. Almost here.
I'm peeing on everyone this whole time.
Oh.
Just kidding.
You should get in between that building and that building. Maybe some
You
black.
you exit the cathedral into the open field and turn to make your way towards the forest. I'd like everyone to give me a perception check.
Ah.
So we're in the field.
Mm-hmm. Unless there's some detour you wanted to make on the way.
Jesus Christ.
No, just wanted to make sure I heard you right.
32.
Oh Lord. I rolled so terribly tonight. 17.
I had a 16.
I got a 12.
Okay. As soon as you get out into the field, Marshall, you catch a scent of perfume that you recognize from the last time you were at the Shield Bow. Belongs to one of the members of Constellation. And
So
as you guys filter out into the field,
Yeah.
and group up there, you hear someone call out from like maybe 100 or so feet out into the field, and look over there, and you can see like a little tent that's just above the grass line, and the other, not the woman who was wearing the perfume, but the other member of the group, comes like trotting over to you.
Okay, trotting. So they said like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I like these things.
He walks over and he says, we can't figure out how to get anywhere.
Totally. You're holding on to some sort of shard that allows us to actually travel distance in this place, right? Okay.
Because remember, like, we initially couldn't go through the field,
Yeah.
right?
It was just everything was just like expanding away from us as quickly as we were walking.
Yeah, and looking at where they have their tent set up, that seems to be as far away from the exit that you could get. And that's where they just like, this is where we set up our camp.
Right. And we know that our key allows us to traverse further. We've experienced that.
Yeah, at this point, you know that your key will let you get to the forest. And then the key that you got from the commander was more finished or larger. It had an extra piece that yours didn't.
Yeah.
So there's probably another place you could go.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know where that might be.
Mm-hmm.
So how did they get where they are? I guess we should talk to them and ask.
Yeah, that's a great question. They come up, they say, hey, we're not getting anywhere. Before you can relay any information that might give away what we can do.
Yeah, because I
say
I don't want to receive payment for information. I want to help your
Correct.
fellow adventurer.
Correct. So I fucking flipped the iPad around back to them.
Yeah.
And say, how did you get this far? This is incredible. I'm gonna say that's a.
Well, it is incredible.
I am actually surprised because I didn't think that they didn't get through the door. So that's not a bluff.
He said, well, it was pretty simple. You just analyze everything as you go along. Most of the wooden doors were just locked and you just needed to lockpick them. You informed us of that. We got to the orichalcum doors and they had magical aura on it. So we just needed to cast detect magic, analyze that aura, and realize that they can only be opened by someone of a particular disposition. Then we use some illusion magic to facsimilate that disposition, and we could open the door and pass through.
So not that with it.
What was and what was that magic you used? What was the disposition?
I forget what the name of the spell was. It was basically ultra alignment.
Yeah. So yeah, they're altering their alignment orthog to represent as someone who is worthy of opening these doors, despite not being that.
I mean, and on a mechanical level, you guys get that it has to be lawful good to open the doors.
But how did they set up camp so far away from the opening to the forest?
That's as far as
That's
we
the plan.
could get there even without.
Yeah, you walked down into the field and you kept on walking and walking and walking, and you look behind, and the cathedral's that far behind you. And you turn around, you kept walking and walking and walking. You look behind, the cathedral hadn't moved any further away, and you hadn't gotten any farther.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where they're like, this appears to be the border of how far we can travel.
Yeah.
This is where we set up our, campsite and study the. I like these guys. Yeah. They said we also found that one door that was trapped, but that fireball looked a little too potent for us to chance with unlocking it. So we didn't go that way.
We just did.
Yeah.
We said
open.
Yeah, and then we kept poking around. We found this secret passage. It led us out here. And now we can't seem to get any further away from the building. You seem to be on your way somewhere. Can you get further away from the building?
I begin to answer that question.
I say that remains to be seen.
Okay. So you cut me. Do you cut me off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
don't press that.
I say a totally neutral, non-responsive statement that remains to be seen. How long do you plan on staying out here?
Till we solve the problem or the effort becomes untenable.
Untenable.
He looks at the group of you and turns to Orthog. Says, "Can you guys get any further from the building than this?"
I once again,
Orthog.
He's asking Orthog. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we are still learning how this dimension works as well, and it appears as though we're stuck here as well.
That is spoken like a true person who is running for president.
All right, Orthog, give me a bluff check.
I mean, he didn't even really try to answer that. He's not lying. He's just saying.
He said, "We're trying to figure that out as well."
Oh,
you have figured that out.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's a 6 on the die. So.
Close.
Okay. Well, he got a 22 on his sense motive check. So he goes, "Oh, okay. Well, if you guys figure anything out, let us know." And you can hear the smarm in his voice. He knows that you are hiding something from him.
Yeah, who am I talking
We found a hole. That was pretty cool.
Well, I just say, if you want to, why don't we, stick together?
Well, that Valentine's gonna love that.
I mean,
You are talking to Liao. He introduced himself when we met at the Shield Bow.
as players, all right. So they can do things that
could be helpful to us. But the question is, I don't want to bargain on behalf of all of us without talking to you guys first. One, high likelihood that they have someone who can cast Make Whole. So that's a small gimme. Two, they can investigate the key that we found earlier that is smaller and probably less useful. We can investigate it, tell us more about it, and maybe we can strike some kind of deal there. Three, these guys declined both offers of the Iron Horn holding a beachhead, and they declined on the offer to go in immediately after. So they were a double negative when we were talking about, what should we all do next. So we could also potentially use this to leverage them to agree to one of our plans of how to manage the space. So those are kind of the assets I see
They agreed with the concept of the Iron Horn.
They agreed with the Iron Horn?
Only compound interest said they didn't want to do the Iron Horn, taking that position themselves. Because the Iron Horn said they would do it under the condition of taking a percentage of everyone's.
So they agreed to the Iron Horn?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll mark them as an X. I wonder why I did that. Okay, but those are the things I see that they have that we can take from them in exchange for helping them get further.
Those are the things that they have that I think we can take.
If we can get all of them, that'd be great. Which, granted, we have an incredibly powerful bargaining chip of, oh, you want something that takes you somewhere? Here.
Yeah.
I'm
my character is a big fan of just like the whole idea of oh, we're kind of adventuring, and then all of a sudden, we see a tent and some dude goes, hey, and walks over and goes, this fucking place is crazy. I just like that feeling of camaraderie. So Narshal is like, yeah, we should be together.
Then why don't you take the pitch then? Why don't you step in and make that argument?
Okay, yeah,
because I've already kind of been kinky and I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I kind of step up and continue to answer the question that I was cut off from answering before, which is, can you get further? And I'm like, actually, we can get further. We find these kind of runic keys that allow us to kind of we haven't tested the boundaries of it, but it seems as though we're able to travel to a certain extent through the forest while making good progress and not just kind of walking on a ball.
Yeah, I know that because you told me you guys made it to the forest. That was in the note packet that you gave us earlier.
Well, I'm just trying to be helpful. Do you want to? Would you like to adventure together, and we can aid you, and you can aid us?
I mean, he says, well, I'm the talker. I'm not necessarily the leader of the group.
Sure.
And he heads back and then comes back over with the half elf.
Oh, why don't we all just go over to where the camp is?
Yeah.
I'm down. Yeah, I gotta follow him. And as
you head over that way, and then the rest of that group kind of move to meet you before you get to their little encampment. So yeah, there's a half elf man. There's the human female. There is a gnomish woman and the human man that's been the talker, and he speaks to the half elf man and says, "Co, they're suggesting that we team up and maybe go exploring together." And he kind of looks at the group of you and then looks at the rest of his group kind of quietly, thinking about the suggestion, looking for confirmation from the rest of his group, and getting a sort of mix of maybe, yeah, sure, oh, good. He says, we can give it a couple days. That's amenable. Seeing as how you are more familiar with the space, we will let you take the lead. However, we are not going to follow your orders unless in an immediate state of parallel combat. if that's amenable on all sides, then we can take this on a provisionary basis.
I puke a little in my mouth
Mm.
because the
Guy!
the environment.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I think that's great. We will need compensation because we are assisting you in getting further.
I just kind of
This
go
comes
like
at
this.
this comes at a cost to us.
I don't say anything,
No,
I just
he's
put
not.
my hand in my head. So, okay.
I propose a trade.
You get a little bit of like hesitancy there, and the gnome says, "We have plenty to study here." It's not to you, but to the leader of the earth.
I propose a trade.
Look,
Mayhaps a member of your party is familiar with fixing magical trinkets.
Um, uh, mayhaps. Can you be a bit more specific?
This our lovable giant turtle is a little clumsy. He broke Bottleton's little magic thingy. I can't fix it. But maybe we'll take that in trade and we can travel together and Battleton might feel satiated that we got something out of the deal there.
I'm amenable to this.
Uh,
It is very dear to me.
they can we say? I mean, I'm not sure if we can do anything to help unless I
Yeah,
can be certain that we can. I don't
yeah.
want to promise something that we can't deliver.
I fish out the loose glass pieces and I put them bit by bit into I'm bleeding again. Into the outstretched hands of the good Reverend Dr. Victor T. Flacco. For no one has steadier hands than a surgeon.
It's true. And he is definitely a surgeon.
Is this surgeon?
Okay. You do that, and the minor wizard woman comes over and casts detect magic and begins examining the object or the pieces of the object. And she says, "I see. It's magic. I do have make whole in my spell book, but there's a possibility that even if I cast it, I won't be able to do it properly. You have to be of a certain capability as the caster to exceed the initial power of the item to be successful. And basically, on a mechanical level, you have to be twice the caster level of the item in order to restore the item. So,
Big odds that are.
you're getting the impression that she's probably like 4th level. So if it's a 2nd level magic item, she could do it. If it's a 3rd level magic item, she can't.
And it's difficult to ascertain the power of the magical.
Until it's fixed.
Yeah,
It's,
that makes sense.
you know, you don't know what it is, what exactly it is.
Will
On the other hand, like she can't fuck it.
okay, I was
She can
just-
only fail.
so okay, and a fail will not,
Oh,
unlike men, it will.
Right. Well, like yeah, men. And the thing is, like, if she casts make whole, she'll get the feedback that she's not powerful enough to make whole the magic, and
Yeah.
she can just stop.
Okay.
And it's not going to try to piss you guys off by breaking your magic items.
I think that that's a
That's fair.
worthy trade.
Yeah.
The attempt is a trade.
right, because who knows? We could take them further into the forest and they could find buckets.
Yeah.
You know, so they also don't know what they're getting out of their side of the deal. Except for being fucking nerds.
I like him. Marshall's charmed. Not
It's because you just
literally.
wish your mom took you to school.
I didn't get no screwed.
Yeah, I wish you just wish you got to come down from the house.
I was in the holler
Getting no school.
my whole life. Okay. Glenn, I have something to say to you that sounds like it could be inflammatory, but is not. Your mom says hi.
My mom.
Yeah, we went. I don't know if she told you, but
I told him.
yeah, we went to go see the fucking Downton Abbey movie on Wednesday.
Yeah, you
Tuesday.
guys wanted ices, right?
We wanted ices, and so we left work early.
Yeah, she was telling me about that.
Trevor, was that before or after you guys had sex?
That was after.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, we need refreshment.
You kept a lady wanting to come back for more.
And dude, an hour and 30 minutes into the movie, I turned to Denise and just fucking waterworks. Meanwhile, I have never seen an episode of Downton Abbey and have no idea who any of the characters are.
Boring.
And she I mean, it was the perfect ending to like the 8 seasons of the show.
She was crushed.
She was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said you were.
No. I had no idea what was going on.
So was it a movie or a show?
Yeah.
Rough.
Both.
The whole